Academics versus leadership construction is my topic. Academics has 5 components in this lesson. Information distribution, which is the information being handed out or given off or exposed. The knowledge transfer, that is when the information is actually transferred, when the receiver receives it. Data retention is that part of that knowledge transfer that is retained by that student. Knowledge application is it actually being applied, that knowledge that has been learned. Formative assessment is the fifth element, the fifth component, and that means that it's an ongoing process. The assessments are to change levels. Academics in technical terms is the practice of studying from a set curricula while relating to specific data, which is provided through the learning process. It is an offering including the use of coaches who are trained, educated instructors. Academics can be said to be an institution which delivers sound information for the purpose of transferring knowledge from teacher to student, student to teacher, and all to administration. Leadership construction has core components. But before I get into that, leadership construction is the means by which a leader is processed into his or her position. Many may argue that leaders are born, but in some instances they're made into who they become. Therefore, one side of this argument says leaders are born and the other side says they're not. One side believes in constructing a path while others believe it just appears out of nowhere. The fact of the matter is that both sides are right. However, sometimes there is a certain situation in one's life where they find their purpose and fulfill it. 5 objectives that will be met with this project. To reveal strategies which may be useful for formative assessments and lead to positive summative results. To expose leadership and how it is constructed. To harness the body of academics and that the learning process may not be interrupted. To list and explain factors which contribute to distractions and remedies for those distractions. The rationale behind it. Academics is necessary in that it is a requirement in life. Versus leadership construction, which assists in molding facts into a leader's mental fabric. Academic backs up certain facts. However, they are enhanced by personal experience. Therefore, that experience is predicated on expanded results. Leadership construction is dependent on many contributors, while academics is limited in that its body doesn't incorporate life skills. Academics has the capacity to set some of the wrong influences or standards. Examples lived out through the essence of characterized chronologically formatted knowledge. So you have, on one side you have academics. This is the picture. On the other side you have leadership construction. It's versus, that means it's opposing sides. On one note, they're both similar that I find. They both have different types. There's different types of leaders and there's different types of academics. So the thing is, on the differences side, I found 5 elements. For academics, you have curriculum, and on leadership construction, you have life skills / experience. On the academic side, you have that it's taught, and on the leadership construction side, it comes natural. Leaders just step into position. Those that are leaders, they know who they are. On the academic side, in versus to leadership construction, the classroom is the platform for one, and the world is a platform for the other. That means anywhere, anytime, any place can set the stage for a leader to take position. On the academic side, there's motivation by competition. And then, competition it drives academics because there's with the competition, There's, students trying to compete with the grades, the sports, the social, you know what I'm saying? And on the leadership construction side, you have motivated by awareness, meaning just the awareness of something, just knowing something exists. A leader wants to give it attention because a leader usually feels like they can solve a problem, that they can see the problem, they figure it's their job to fix it. And one other thing is that academics requires you to know it. Leadership construction does not. It's an inward decision, individual inward decision. Expectations I have for my own personal growth: to understand positions within administration, in that I would be an administrative employee; to discover leadership tactics and strategies which will enhance existing skills; to become knowledgeable of administrative duties as to what my responsibilities are; to practice fair business, and to learn to be more flexible with my endeavors as to managing time. You see, if I manage my time a little better, even what I'm saying, then I could accomplish a little bit. I would see my accomplishments. Put it like that. So these are some reflections that I have for this capstone program, and I had to write it down because I don't want to stutter and keep recording over and over. This project reflects my specialization in that it has taught me to be organized in my endeavors. It has given me a firm foundation to establish my good works. This capstone assignment has provided the opportunity for me to display what I have learned in reference to leadership styles and types. I have discovered that I am a charismatic and transformational leader. However, the tactics I've learned have shown me how to formulate each process connected to the strategies defined in the previous lessons. I have learned to incorporate and work from principles, including those which represent educational institutions and academics. Leadership construction will demonstrate how leaders are moved into position, whether born or made. From the beginning, there were misconceptions of the facts. Therefore, I could not move forward until I had the right understanding. I learned of internal and external scans, SWOT analyses, and PESTLE. PESTLE is on the macro environmental level, while SWOT is a strategic management technique. Altogether, though, coupled with other strategies, such as the use of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, make up a perfect framework to accomplish the learning process. However, one never stops learning new information. My next query is to apply what I've learned in the real-time episode. So, that is my presentation. Thanks for watching.